Right, fingers crossed this should be up. Hang on.
Good evening, everyone. Hopefully we are live now. Just
After
a few
all those
technical issues this
yeah.
evening. Let's see if this is live.
Hang on. As it stands, we are.
We are, and we are on the correct template.
Hang on, let me just double check that. We've got an
in.
advert. Yes, we're on.
Is the chat?
We've done it.
Can anybody just say hello in the chat, just to see if we are live?
Just to double check, of course. Right. Yeah, I can close that now. Right,
brilliant. So yeah, good evening and welcome to. Hello, Hassan. Welcome in. Thank Hassan, you, mate. And Harry Doherty. Good evening. Keanu Trent, you are live. Thank you very much, Keanu. Doug, hello. Good evening. How are you?
Very late, Doug. Yes. Welcome in, mate.
Yes, we're live. Brilliant. George, come on, you Ian Smith. Elevator Kid, good evening and welcome. And I'll do the intro as usual. Shane O'Donnell, welcome to you as well. And you are live. Thank you very much. Get in. Right, good evening and welcome to the week 14 of the 2020-2021 Premier League predictions. We are live, of course, because there are so many games at the moment.
Too many. We're going to have to do this more later on in the season as well when it comes to Feb and stuff.
Yeah, later on. But I think over the festive period, we're going to see a mixture of recorded videos and live streams as well. This is the first of our live streams. So, Nathan, before we get on to week 14 predictions, let's have a quick look back at how well we got on with our results for week 13. And can we have the first slide, please? Mr. Whitty.
Channeling your inner Chris Whitty there. Okay, so let me get my, let's get the Excel up quick. There we go. So last week, I had an abysmal week. Only had 4 points with one perfect result. That's 2 out of 10. Shocking.
Shocking, yes.
Absolutely shocking. Only one perfect result there. Palace to draw West Ham 1-1, so that gives me 4 points.
And if you think yours was a shocker, Nathan, mine was a complete disaster. I came with away with 2 points. I predicted Fulham versus Brighton, but 1-1 scoreline ended up as 0-0. And Manchester United gave me a point this evening as well. Okay, I predicted 2-0, and they actually won 3-2 in the end, and a little bit fortunate from what I saw of that match. Representing the viewers was DJ Domino, and DJ came away with just the 1 point, and that was also Manchester United saving his skin ever so slightly from a complete whitewash. So yeah, all of us had a pretty dismal week, apart from top scorer of the week. And if we'll actually just show you how everybody got on. I can't update the table because it's been a very hectic this evening in the Bluebird Legend household. But as you can see on the screen, a little bit behind the scenes there, guys, you can see how I keep a spreadsheet of everybody's scores. And top scorer of the week was SG Minor. Not sure if you're in the chat there, SG, but you came away with 10 points.
Very good, that.
And 3 perfect scores overall, that being the Aston Villa versus Burnley match, the West Ham versus Crystal Palace match, and
Fulham Brighton as well.
Fulham Brighton, which you predicted 0-0. Give us a thumbs up, SG Minor, if you're in the chat. But congratulations on that. But yeah, the league table, haven't had a chance to update that, but I'm sure a few of you will move up and move down the table. But myself and Nathan, you'll probably move above me this week, yeah. Nathan, of course, because you had 4 points and I had 1 point. But enough of last week. Let's move on and predict the scores for week 14. Indeed. And first up, of course, is Crystal Palace against Liverpool.
Crystal Palace versus
Anyway,
Liverpool.
Take over, Nathan. Crystal Palace against Liverpool.
Anyway, answer some of the questions, I reckon, first from the comments.
In the chat, who do you guys support? Cardiff City,
the mighty Bluebirds.
Of course. You have loads of time on your hands.
Oh,
really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Really, Harry? Yeah, I think so. I'm terrible. We've all been terrible. Apart from SG Minor this week. Hard week. Terrible week for all of us.
That's why we're streaming.
Anyway, Nathan, do you want to crack on with the first one? I think what we might have to do is create another spreadsheet there, Nathan. But yeah, let's crack on.
Oh,
what we'll have to do, we'll have to pop in.
Yeah, I wouldn't put that stuff on there. There we go.
There we go. All right,
that was
so
lucky.
there we are. Anyway, proceed, Nathan.
Right, I'm going to proceed with the first game at 12:30 on Saturday between Crystal Palace and Liverpool. Now, Palace won with West Ham last week.
Yeah.
I don't know, I kind of expected that, really. But, yeah, who knows, really. But Liverpool, 2-1 with Spurs. Spurs just didn't have much to answer for, did they? Liverpool dominating them through the park. And, yeah, Spurs, just 1 or 2 shots on target wasn't good. I believe Son getting a goal there as well.
Yeah, to equalise.
Firmino surprisingly getting a goal, which didn't
Very
expect.
good header at the end, wasn't it, to make it 2-1, and pleasing the likes of Douglas James Horn, who was in the chat.
Indeed, si senor, indeed, as Doug would probably point out.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one you got to expect Liverpool to win it. Palace, no fans allowed in now because they're in Tier 3, of course.
In London,
that's going to change a lot because Palace have a great fan base down there as well. So. I'm going to go for a Liverpool 3-1 actually.
Yeah.
Even with the amount of injuries Liverpool have, as Jose highlighted, they don't really have many, but I still think they have key players out, especially at the back as well. Not sure if Matip will be back in time either.
I don't know. I don't think he will be.
Probably not, but I don't know. Liverpool, they're still doing well with the squad depth that they have, so I'm going to go for 3-1.
Yeah, well, Liverpool, of course, just the one defeat this season.
Yeah.
Imperious at home. Course, we thought that Tottenham might have got something out of that game. Maybe on another day. Beggar win. I think he had a few. I think he possibly hit the post and flashed wide as well.
Yeah,
recalling that game, which was an earlier one of the first games. What was it on Sunday actually? Mine's gone a bit fuzzy on that, but yeah, Liverpool top of the table, one defeat, going away to Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace, as we've said many times in the past, plenty of pace in their side. Zaha didn't really turn up in that draw against West Ham, so I think they're going to cause Liverpool a few problems, few issues this week, and I'm going to go for a 2-1 away win to Liverpool.
Interesting. Anyway,
so
comments.
Shall we? Yeah. Do you want to go through the comments while I just? What were you saying?
Yeah, I said 3-1.
3-1.
You support Liverpool, your first elevator kid. Interesting. I mean. Can you do the double? That is the question to you, mate. Yeah. Oh, you're going for a Liverpool 2-1. Interesting. I actually think he'll be better this week. George is going for 2-1 Liverpool as well.
Yeah. Come on, you Lions. Exactly.
Welcome in Abdi as well. If you're having a good one, mate. Are Arsenal relegated?
Not yet. No, they actually gained a very good result against Southampton, 1-1, and Aubameyang getting on the score sheet as well.
Surprised me, actually.
And I think he's probably got. I'm not sure if Benteke has got the same amount of goals as him yet. So
that's ridiculous.
Yeah. Elevator kid. We beat Crystal Palace 4-0 last time, but this time it'll be closer and it'll be 2-1 to Liverpool. Hassan saying Crystal Palace 2, Liverpool 2, and Douglas has gone. Yeah, exactly the same as me there, Doug. 2-1 Zaha masterclass 2-2, and George is saying come on you Irons. And just to remind everybody, tomorrow night on the Dugout YouTube channel there will be a quiz on there. Hopefully I'll be able to make it back from
depends
work.
Depends if you're on by 6.
But you're going to be on Doug's channel tomorrow night with the likes of Reese, Josh and Doug for the festive quiz, I believe. So hopefully I'll be able to attend that. But check out Douglas Horn's channel,
the Dugout Football
channel for the Christmas quiz tomorrow night at 6 p.m. GMT.
Interesting. Matip is actually back training, if that's right from Shane.
Okay.
So that could improve things a lot there, which will allow Liverpool to push up, especially.
Fantastic.
But come on, you Irons,
Harry Doherty.
Soon.
Harry Doherty has gone for a high-scoring Liverpool win of 3-2. Lewis Willard a 2-0 victory to Liverpool, and Elevator Kid has said Zaha will score, but Mane and Bobby will score too. But let's move on to the next fixture, which is Southampton against Manchester City. Now, Southampton, of course, being held away to Arsenal, somewhat surprisingly, you could say.
Yeah, it did shock me. The thing that surprised me even more was Christian Benteke getting a goal.
Yeah.
I mean, if you literally stuck a non-moving post box up front, he would even get more. It's ridiculous.
But I think he's in fine form. I think that's 3 goals in his last 2 or 3
what
matches
is going
now.
on, guys? I knew 2020 through surprises, but this is on another level.
Crazy. And Manchester City, last time out, being held at home against West Brom 1-1. But in that fixture, though, De Bruyne he was imperious. It was just like the likes of Sterling couldn't finish off his great balls into the box and crosses, etc. So Manchester City should have beaten the Baggies in that one, but they didn't. They came out with a 1-1 draw. The same as Southampton going away to Arsenal and drawing 1-1. So difficult one to predict, this one. This is the only 3 o'clock kickoff on Saturday afternoon.
Shocking, on Prime as
well. It is on Amazon, as we say. All the matches previously have been on Amazon for week 13. So what am I thinking of in this one? Let's have a quick look at Southampton's form. Go into this fixture. They've only lost once in the last 6 fixtures, winning 3 of those 6 fixtures, and their form at home for the season. Have they lost at home? They've actually lost twice at home. They lost earlier in the season, which was on the 29th of September, which was a 5-2 defeat at home against Spurs, and they've also lost 3-2 at home against Manchester United. Now that is interesting. Let's have a quick look at how Manchester City's away form has been this season. Manchester City.
By the way, I need to remove one of the slides because they can't actually see it. Blooper number 1 there. Right, there you go, you can carry on.
Right, okay. Manchester City away from home, they've only lost the 1, and that was against Tottenham. A lot of draws there as well. They've only won twice on the road, and that was against Wolves and Sheffield United. Will they beat Southampton? Not sure. They did put a lot of, Sterling. Yeah. If this week, if Pepper's got them, a bit of. I think they need their shooting practice, but there's the turnaround between these games as well. So I don't know. I'm gonna go for an away win. I think both teams will score, but Manchester City's defence. Okay, they conceded against West Brom, Nathan. So I'm going to go for another away victory in this one, and I'm going to go 2-1 again.
Interesting. I'm actually going to go exactly the same as you.
Really?
Here. Yeah, I mean, Southampton, what can we say about that draw of Arsenal? Mm-hmm. They should have had more from that, because Arsenal just seemed absolutely abysmal. I'm surprised that Arteta's still in the job, really. I got a feeling they might push the panic button before Christmas, but I just don't know at the end of the day. But yeah, it's going to be 2-1 anyway. Your comments. Lots of people going for Southampton wins there, surprisingly. And as Elevator Kid said, anyone can win that game. Welcome in DUK. Hope you're having a good one, mate.
How do I pop that on the screen there?
Which one? You need to go onto the bottom scene. And then uncover it, because you've got the scores up at the moment. By here. Then it'll come up on Streamlabs.
On?
Or there.
More technical difficulties. Brilliant. What
are
the guys saying in the comments? Hassan has gone for a 2-1 away win to Man City 2.
Interesting.
Harry Doherty 2-0 to Manchester City. Elevator Kid has gone for a 2-1 away victory as well. George, come on you Irons, 2-0 City. Anybody can win that game. Yeah. DUK. Hi DUK. How are you this evening? George, come on you Irons. In fact, I reckon I want to think Ings will score. Yeah, with regard to Ings as well, I'm thinking of putting Danny Ings in my fantasy football team. I've got the striker for Chelsea in there, Werner, who's blanking all the time. Okay, he assists now in a game, but possibly I'm thinking of putting Ings in that one. But we're both going for 2-1 in this fixture. So next up, Nathan, who have we got?
Right then, we have got Everton versus Arsenal. Everton, who have been turning around, of course. Another great 2-0 win against Leicester, which really shocked me as well. That I should have predicted it after they won the week before as well. Starting to regather it after they lost it midway through the likes of the end of October and through November as well. Also welcoming El Abuka UK. Hope you're having a good one, mate. 2-2 City, he's saying. Interesting. I presume that's Man City, fingers crossed. Yeah. But apart from that, Arsenal 1-1 with Saints. Quietly shocking there, but I don't know. Arsenal are going to go on a rough patch until they get the Cronkies out and they get Arteta out, because Arteta, he just seems out of his depth there, to be honest. But maybe one more transfer window. Who knows, really? But Everton should have bragging rights on this. I can't see Arsenal scoring with their non-goal scoring woes recently. And Everton are starting to shore up everywhere and getting players returning off injury. So I am going to go for 2-0 Everton with a clean sheet at Goodison. Of course, fans were allowed in as well, so that should push them on.
Yeah, Everton seems to be getting into a little bit of form now. After that Leeds defeat back in the end of November, they drew away against Burnley 1-1, and then they've had two very good victories. Firstly, of course, they beat Chelsea at home, and then they got that great result against Leicester. Although Leicester themselves haven't been that fantastic at home at all. Better on the road, Leicester, especially with their style of play. But in this match, Arsenal can gain a slight bit of confidence after that draw at home against the Saints of Southampton. But live on Sky, 5:30 GMT UK time. Yeah, I think Everton are just going to sneak this one. I don't think there's going to be many goals in this one, although Gabriel could be missing after being sent off for...
he will be missing.
He was that. It was very harsh, I thought, that sending off for him. Really harsh. Okay, maybe the first one was a yellow card, but the second one, no way should he have walked for that. So maybe there will be goals in this one. Maybe... Nah, I'm gonna stick my neck on the line here. I'm going to go for a Toffees win, and I'm going to go for a narrow 1-0 victory to Everton.
Interesting.
And Nathan, yours?
Anyway, yeah, I think I've said mine already, 2-0 on net. But anyway, comments-wise, what are we saying?
Sorry, were you 2-1, Nathan?
I was 2-0, in fact. Doug's going for 2-0 Arsenal. I mean 2-0 Everton, ignore that. It's late, guys, it's late. I need to get back into it.
What is it, just gone 11 o'clock now?
Ree's going 3-0 Everton, could very well be. Elevator Kid reckons that Arteta's going to get sacked after this one.
Wow.
That's a bold prediction, but if you get it right, then we'll get, shout out in the next video, surely. George is saying tough one to call, 1-0 Everton, Richarlison goal, interesting.
Hassan Ali's gone
for a draw.
Yeah, 1-1.
And then Keenau,
5-1.
Sorry.
Is that because they're missing Gabriel in defence there, Keanu?
Must be. I mean, when you've got David Luiz and probably Mustafi at the back, that's going to be a recipe for disaster, guys.
And
El Abuka, 3-0.
Yeah, 3-0 to Everton.
Interesting.
In this one. So, what have we got next up then, Nathan?
Right then, 2 seconds, guys. Anyway, next up, we have got Newcastle versus Fulham. Fulham last time around 0-0 with Brighton. Yeah. At least pay-per-view's gone, because imagine having to pay for that, quite frankly.
Yeah, but yeah, they can count. I think Brighton can count themselves very unlucky in that match.
Yeah.
Lallana getting a goal ruled out. Okay, VAR, but sorry, Nathan, continue.
Who knows? And then Newcastle lost 5-2 with Leeds. They just pressed the destruct button and exploded at the end of that one. But Leeds seemed phenomenal going into that Man United absolute rivalry that we missed for 60. Well, last time it happened, I think Leeds won as well. About
this is
8
Newcastle
years
Fulham,
ago.
Though.
Yes, moving on to Newcastle Fulham anyway. I don't trust Fulham.
No?
Especially where they're defending, even though Scott Parker, as I keep on saying, he's shoring it up at the back. I just don't trust it. I'm going to go for 2-0 Newcastle. And I think Newcastle's blistering attack just going to go through.
Well, yeah, Newcastle at the moment find themselves in 14th position. They've lost 3 of their last 6 matches. I'm not sure. It's very difficult with Newcastle. You know, last weekend, absolutely trounced, you could say 5-2 in the end. Prior to that, they did get 2 very good victories, particularly that one away to Crystal Palace. But prior to that, okay, they came up out against Chelsea team at home and losing away to the Saints too. So against Fulham, we've said going forward they're looking pretty good now. Okay, they have shown at the back, but the number of chances that Fulham are conceding is one of the highest in the league. It's just that other teams cannot finish them off. So we could see a victory here to Newcastle, but yeah, Lookman, he is getting his chances, but he's not putting them away. Maybe he will score up there in the northeast. This one is the evening match on Sky. Will there be many people watching this? Well, maybe the Toon Army up there on their television set.
You're going to get at least 48,000 watching, I reckon. So
you could. I'm going to go for a draw in this one. Yeah, I'm going to go 1-1.
Interesting. Anyway, comments. What are you guys saying? No Xhaka and no Gabriel. Arsenal are getting too many red cards at the moment.
Yeah.
Could be a case for it. I mean,
So what did you say?
Xhaka, he needs to sort it out.
Well, I think he's probably banned for this match,
Well, he is. Yeah, he's just inconsistent in midfield. Is he the right man for the job? And why is he in the team instead of Mesut Ozil? That's what I want to know. Complete disaster leaving him out of the squad. But what else are we saying? Harry's going for Newcastle 1-0. Shane's going for 2-1 Fulham. 2-1 to Newcastle. What else are we saying? 2-2 Desmond's Elevator Kid. George is going for 2-0 Fulham, surprisingly.
Wow.
Lookman will be on fire again, I think. Yeah, hopefully he'll learn how to take a true Panenka, fingers crossed. Doug says it's going to be goals galore. Haha,
Really?
next joke, please. This will be scrappy and nervy. Newcastle 1-0. Hassan's going for a 0-0 draw. Yeah, Fulham like a 0-0 draw, playing it safe. Oh yeah, also smash the like button, guys, if you can. As Doug says, really appreciate that, mate.
No problem there.
For BB, after all, it is your channel. So, Keanu, that's the one. Newcastle 1-0 Fulham. And then Elevator Kids going Desmond's.
Wow, Desmond Tutu's on that one. So next up we've got Brighton at home against Sheffield United. This takes place at 12 o'clock on Sky on Sunday. Now, Brighton, of course, as we said, they went away to Fulham, carving out that 0-0 draw. Can find themselves very unlucky that they didn't actually come away with the 3 points in the end. But as you can see, Brighton teetering, you could say, on the brink of the relegation.
They've got to turn it around.
They're 2 points ahead. They've got one victory in the last 6, and they've only won twice this season overall. Scoring 15 goals though.
15 goals isn't that bad considering some of the teams around
where
them.
they are down there at the bottom. Trossard, of course, he looks good going forward. And who's the central midfielder now? Gross. It seems to be in fine form as well. They're coming up against a Sheffield United team who did score first against Manchester United this evening, but ultimately they lost that one 3-2. So they did show a little bit of fight in that match. I didn't watch the whole match. We've just seen the highlights of that fixture. Sorry, Nathan.
But then again, if you looked at the first goal especially, I mean...
Man United defence was all over the place.
Any team could have scored that goal, quite frankly. I mean, you could go down to watching like Barrytown or Penn of Bonds or someone like that, and even they would score against them, but...
I think,
I don't know. And then you just had Ole Gunnar Solskjaer like this in the stands when it went in, not trying to rally up the team and get them into it, but just like...
And actually, there was 2 goals that they did score this evening. That's something like almost a quarter of the goals that they've scored this season in one game against the Red Devils. But Sheffield United. Will we see a Brighton victory? I think we will in this one. It's just how many. But is it going to be another 2-1? Is it going to be another 2-0? Can Brighton keep a clean sheet? Let's have a look what their last 6 fixtures. Okay, they did get a clean sheet against against Fulham. Away from home. They did lose 2 matches on the bounce. They do. Yeah, I think Brighton will keep a clean sheet in this one. It's just how many goals that they can score. I'm just going to go for a 1-0 victory in this one to Brighton. Yeah, 1-0 to the Seagulls over the Blades.
I'm actually going to go for 2-0. I have a lot of confidence in him. And looking at Sheffield United, I mean, they were all scrappy goals. Except for Man United, there were no good goals in that one. There were mistakes by both keepers as well.
Yeah.
First one, I believe Henderson was in.
Right.
He was as I've said before, 2 players who have played for Sheffield United or are playing at the moment. Henderson, massive mistake there. Just Sheffield United players everywhere. And then you had a Aaron Ramsdale mistake, and I don't know, he hasn't been performing this season.
Not really well, but look at the defence in front of him. So
I mean, playing the 5 at the back, overlapping centre backs, it's been worked out, but just the positioning of all the players, and it's just all over the place. They're having 6-7 players back there, and none of them can get into it.
I think Norwood in central midfield, he was awesome last year, but he just
Championship at best. He just seems like a mid-table championship this season. But
and up front, of course, we've got the likes of Ollie McBurney, Brewster. They bought him in for how many million it was? 8. Sorry,
it was a lot. It was below 10 because that's their record signing. But it's safe to say they could have been Dominic Solanke on that one. If they're not careful, he needs to get scoring.
Indeed. But
completely different player from last season.
Let's have a look at what the guys are saying in the chat. So I'm not sure. Did we read out Keanu's score on that one? 2-1 to Brighton. Elevator kid. Sheffield United 1 point all season. That is woeful. Yeah,
worst start to a Premier League seasons ever since '92, by the way, guys.
Douglas has gone for Brighton 1-0, Sheffield United, but wouldn't be surprised if it ends 0-0. No, I wouldn't be surprised either.
To be fair, so
Lewis Willard 1-0 to Brighton. Come on, boys. The Albion.
By the way, it's Louis.
Louis.
Yeah, you missed his comment from earlier.
Sorry, Louis. Shane O'Donnell's gone 1-0, same as me, to Brighton. Hassan Ali 2-1 to Brighton. Harry Doherty 2-0 to Brighton as well. Khalid Bedadi probably crucified that, but sorry, Khalid. You've gone for 4-0 to Chelsea. George, come on, you Irons. 2-0 to Brighton. They really deserve to be higher up the table. Watched most of the games this season. Deserve to win versus Manchester United, Chelsea, Spurs, West Brom. At least in my opinion, very unlucky. I think too as well, George. It's just that if they've just got in that bad habit of drawing and losing. And once you get in that sort of habit, then it's hard to get out of. But yeah, fully expecting 3 points this weekend. Who we've got next now then?
Wait, hang on, Rhea sec. Was that what's his name, Brewster? You're on about 20 million. I'm gonna look at that now.
20 million was it?
Was it 20? Hang on.
Wow.
I've got a laptop in front of me here.
Okay, while you're looking at that, Nathan, Elevator Kid 1-0 to Brighton. Trossard to score. Crapello NZ. Does that mean, are you from New Zealand there, Crapello? Kia ora from sunny New Zealand. You are. Wow. Hi, Kia. How are you today? Being a Blade supporter, going for the away win. Good on you.
Right.
Good for you to. What's the time over there in New Zealand at the moment, Crapella?
I've just seen the Brewster transfer fee, and I'm going to do the war theme.
Oh my word! 23 million for Brewster, and they're not even starting him. How much was Ollie McBurney then?
He was I don't know. He was about 8 million.
Wow.
But the thing is, just to answer Reed's question, he does have experience he just doesn't have experience in the Prem. He's experienced in the Championship, and he was scoring all the time.
Banging them in for the
Jacks.
Elevator Kids. Okay, jumping the gun there. Spurs to Leicester. Well, I think Spurs will win. George, 20 million, ridiculous. 23 million.
I mean, he's like, what, 2 years older than me?
Absolute crazy. But who have we got next up?
Actually,
anyway,
how old is Brewster?
19 maybe?
Surely not.
Capello, 12:16 p.m. So it's coming up to lunchtime then in New Zealand.
He's actually born on my birthday. He is exactly 2 years older than me.
20th. There we are.
Didn't know that.
Yeah. Hope you're doing well down there in New Zealand. I know sort of isolated at the moment, the whole of the country. So hope you're well. And it's Friday, of course. 20 million looks crazy. Anyway, next up, should we move on to the next fixture, Nathan, which is Spurs, Tottenham against Leicester?
Actually, we've done Brighton. 2:15 on Sky, of course. GMT as usual. Spurs losing 2-1 to Liverpool. Just couldn't get the shots there. I think Mourinho was just trying to park the bus, hoping he could get a result. But the Spurs defence is just not strong enough to withstand the attack of Liverpool. First loss in over 6 games. I can't even remember the last time they lost before that. And then Leicester losing 2-0 to Everton. Quite a shock result there. Leicester in 4th, patchy form. Getting the results below them, though, they just can't beat the teams around them. And then throwing away stupid games like that Fulham one. But I don't know. It's going to be tight, but Mourinho's going to be into he's going to want Spurs to bounce back on this one. Son and Kane, the partnerships should be good. So I'm going to go for an hour 1-0 here. Yeah,
just looking at Leicester's results, okay, they do perform a lot better away from home than they do at home, probably because they hit teams on the break using the pace of Vardy, and you've got Harry Barnes and the likes of Maddison as well, running, and Tielemans threading those balls through. So, But just looking at their away results, they beat West Brom, okay, but near the bottom of the table. They beat Manchester City 5-2. They beat Arsenal away, Leeds United, always tricky customers, and they've also beaten Sheffield United. They haven't actually, yes they have, they've lost against Liverpool, who are top of the table of course, and they're coming up against a Tottenham team. Now Mourinho, after that defeat against Liverpool, he's going to have to pull something out of the bag. They cannot lose this match. They're currently 3 points behind Liverpool in second place at the top of the table. So what am I thinking? This does take place at 2:15 GMT on Sunday. It is live on Sky in the UK. Now, could this end up in a high-scoring draw? It could end up as Desmond's, but let's just have a look at Spurs' form at home for the season. They have lost 2 matches, which was the first match of the season and the most recent match of the season, which was against Liverpool. After their first defeat, they did bounce back with an excellent win against Southampton. At home as well, they've only lost that 1 match, which was that reverse against Everton. We've got to remember, of course, Leicester's fine form away from home. Previously, they've beaten Arsenal at home. Manchester City, very good 2-0 victory over the Citizens. They've beaten Brighton at home, always a tough customer.
Very tricky.
Beaten Manchester United 6-1 away from home. They did draw at home though with West Ham and Newcastle, and they've also drawn away with Chelsea. After each time they have, if you look at, they lost against Everton, they followed up with that with a victory. They drew with Newcastle, followed that up with a very good victory against Manchester United. Then they drew against West Ham, followed it with a victory. When they drew against Chelsea, they followed it up with a victory. Are we going to see the same with this match against Leicester, statistically speaking?
I've just seen Louis' comment then, but we'll read them all from the top in a sec. We've got a lot to get through.
You should see his covered, Louis. Yeah,
just all 11 degrees.
Right. Anyway, back to the football. Yeah, and looking at Spurs' results after they've suffered a draw or a defeat, they've always filled it up with a victory. Leicester, however, we know how good they are in the road, so this could be high scoring. I'm going to go for a 3-2 victory to Spurs in this one at home against Leicester. Nathan, what are your thoughts?
Right, let's go on to comments first, and then I've said Spurs Leicester. I think I said 1-0, didn't I? Right, where are we?
Right, go on then. What have we got in the chat?
Yeah, we've started from here. Parents are on it. Are you in the UK?
My parents live there, on the way up to Mount Choose. Are you in the... We are in the UK. We are
South
in
Wales.
South Wales. We are coming into another period of lockdown.
Yeah, third lockdown. Only country in the world to do so.
So at the moment, yeah, it's a bit of a depressing place. So hopefully we're bringing the rest of Wales a little bit of colour and joy. But enjoying the football, even though we can't actually attend matches at the Cardiff City Stadium at the moment. But moving on there, Nathan, in the chat.
So we've got Jim Sawyer as well. Welcome in, mate. Hammers fan from Adelaide in South Australia.
Brilliant. One day we will visit Australia.
We will get there.
We will get to Australia one day.
Leicester 2-1. George Kamoniwine-Smith is saying.
Yeah, so he might be biased, but I didn't rate Spurs. Okay, been lucky a lot this season. Won't keep happening, and they will lose games like last night. But then I am a West Ham fan. Haha.
Liam Grayson as well, so yeah, well, caught you live.
Yeah, welcome Liam, glad you can join us this evening.
Dugout is saying 2-1 Spurs as well. Leicester were 3-0 down after 15 minutes last season, so hopefully they can start better this week.
Yeah, Hassan?
Going for a 2-0 Leicester City must-win game for us if we want to be in the top 4.
Hassan, the Foxes fan,
we've got Castan back as well, that is very good.
Ooh, shoring up the defence a bit, and he's very good going forward as well, Castagnier. Doug said, yeah, that's good news, Hassan. Question for Nathan.
You've already read that one.
Yeah. Do you own any t-shirts apart from 11 Degrees?
No.
Yes. What about? I'm thinking. You've got a Lacoste. You've got Cardiff City. Of course, you've got Cardiff City
shirts. Yeah. But, Wales shirt as well.
Yeah.
But apart from that, I don't think so.
Hollister.
No. I have a few Hollister, but mainly just about 11 Degrees, mate.
Liam Grayson and Palace. Capello from New Zealand. Great, keep safe. Can't imagine what things are like. We are very lucky with having free movement, etc. Yeah. Do you have to wear the muzzles?
Be kind.
The muzzles, the masks, the brain control device, all that sort of thing.
Please, right, guys, please don't cancel him.
No,
I know
no,
cancel
okay.
culture is bad enough. Just don't cancel him.
Okay, the masks. Do you wear masks? Okay, here we're not wearing masks in the house, but when we go out to the shops and
it's only
we're
the
at
shops
work, then we have to wear masks, which is fine. Elevator Kids, this ended 3-0 Spurs last season, but I think it's close to 2-1. I think we not far for me in Liverpool, okay?
Yeah, we went to Liverpool last year as well.
We did, and actually we did a tour of Anfield, Doug. I'm not sure if you mentioned that, and we did actually record some footage. So maybe when I'm bored sometime, I'll upload some footage from Anfield. That tour we did there.
When we're allowed to leave the country again, and when I mean leave the country, when we're allowed to go to England again, because we haven't been allowed to go to England since September now. Really, since we've got put into lockdown, and then we haven't been allowed out. So.
Harry's saying 2-1 to Spurs in this one. Doug, my drawers have loaded up. And I've noticed as recently as well, Doug, you've got a lot of Christmas jumpers there as well.
Looking great.
And Disney films, of course. I think Lion King is your favourite, which is fantastic. Really good film. Tottenham 3, Leicester 2, Son brace, Maddison header. I got the Liverpool game last night.
Very good.
On. Yeah, hopefully Son will get on the score sheet in this one. And Harry Kane. Two, because they're both in my fantasy football. But Nathan, anyway, what are you saying for this match? I think you've said, haven't you?
Yes, I have said 1-0 Spurs. I think I covered it earlier.
Fantastic. So if I just put those scores in,
and
can we move on to the next match while I do this? Sorry, what was it?
It was 1-0 to Spurs. Anyway, next up we've got a massive game at 4:30 on Sky. Between Manchester United and Leeds.
The old rivalry.
What a rivalry this is, and I'm so glad to see it back. It happened a few years ago, I think 8 years ago now, Leeds winning in the Cup. So excited to see that. Was what a winner that was as well. I can't remember who did it. Put it in the comments, guys, if you remember. But, what a derby it is. Man United, of course, 0-0 in the Manchester derby. That was embarrassing, that game, quite frankly. And then they did come back to beat Sheffield United just 3-2 this evening.
But I think... they were saying 23 points. They've got a game in hand over Liverpool.
They could potentially go first.
They could go second.
Oh, second.
If they, of course, but they're playing this. When are they playing this, Nathan? They're playing this on Sunday, so they probably won't be able to get up to those heights. Sorry, continue.
But yeah, apart from that, Leeds, what a win that was. Oh yes, it was Jermaine Beckford's.
Yes.
That's the limbs on it. And it was at Old Trafford as well. Absolutely amazing. But yeah, Leeds 5-2 victory against Liverpool. Liverpool playing the self-destruct button on that one. Newcastle, not Liverpool. What am I on about? But yeah, Leeds just piling it on, doing extremely well at the moment, starting to turn it around. Don't think they have any. Oh yeah, we got the injuries table here as well.
Sorry, Lee, carry on. I just want to see if there's many players.
Yeah, I don't know. Bielsa's gonna have them absolutely riled up in this one. If he doesn't, then there's something wrong there. Koch is ruled out. Adam Forshaw, well, no surprise, they're ruled out. And Berardi is ruled out as well. So it's calling out for a draw. I'm going to say 1-1. And of course,
Cavani.
Still no fans because Manchester is still in tier 3 as well, guys.
Of course.
Very unfortunate for him.
Edison has done well in rehab. Still, you have to make a decision if we should risk him. But hasn't he been given a match ban or something like that? So
terrible comments as well.
So Manchester United versus Leeds. Man United in fine form. Leeds, absolutely stupendous victory against Newcastle. I think they fell behind in that match as well. Did they? Correct me in the comments. But brilliant result. They're going to be well up for this. But a lot of their players, do they realise the magnitude of this game? No fans, as you've already said, Nathan. Manchester United coming back. I think Rashford's got was it his first goal? Fantastic this evening. Just got to shore up a little bit at the back. They're in brilliant form. I must say they have turned it round. There was talk of Ollie recently. He's going to be for the chop. He's not looking his happiest on the sidelines either, as we saw earlier. But coming back from a goal behind this evening, then that would make him very happy. So I'm going to go for a victory in this one. This could be an absolute goal fest. Something like 6-3, anything. Leeds, so entertaining to watch at the moment. I'm actually going to go for a 3-1 victory to the Red Devils in this fixture.
The only thing with this one is that do the Man United players realise how much of a big game this is for the fans?
I think the Man United players do more than the Leeds ones possibly in this one.
I know, because Bielsa, you know how much he researches
he does,
the clubs when you get there.
Lives and breathes it, doesn't he? He even lives amongst the fans as well.
Yes, which I think is phenomenal for a manager. Well, if he was a Cardiff City manager, I don't know how he'd do it since our training grounds in the middle of nowhere. But
so you've gone for a 1-1, didn't you?
Yes, I went for a 1-1, but I don't know, do the Man United fans, no, not the fans, the players, realise the absolute fortitude of this game? Or will they struggle? That is the question, but
Indeed.
We're going to have to wait and see, guys. Anyway, what are your comments?
What are the guys saying in the chat, Nathan?
George is going for a 3-1 to Leeds. Can't wait for this one. Interesting. Rhea saying 3-2 to Leeds as well. Jermaine Beckford, as Doug said.
Yeah.
Hassan's going for a Leeds win as well.
Louis going 3-2 to Leeds. Wow.
Yeah. Elevator's going for a 1-1 draw. Keanu 4-3 to Man United.
Shane's gone for 3-2 to Leeds. It looks like a lot of people are saying that there's going to be goals galore in this game. Doug is saying this rivalry has had every. I fancy a red card in this game, but Manchester United to win this one. Manchester United 2, Leeds 1. You cannot trust Manchester United's defence. You cannot.
Definitely not.
Also, Doug, I think you called it in the South Wales derby. I think you said that it was going to be a red card in that one too. In your, I think that you mentioned that in the comments section.
Yes,
the live
yes.
stream on
but
Saturday.
The funny thing is as well, it's his first time after the derby on camera, so we won't do it now. But I think he needs a rant at some point.
Of what now?
It's your first appearance on camera since we lost in the derby.
We did, but no, I left that to you. You weren't going to mention it. I'm not going to mention it, particularly after Cardiff were victorious against Birmingham last night. But back to the chat. Harry Doherty has gone for a 3-1 victory to Manchester United, and Liam's saying if Manchester United played like they did just now, I can see Leeds snatching this one, but I think Ollie will learn his lesson and get on the front foot. Man United 3, Leeds 1, Martial back in form. So
anyway, next up we have got West Brom with a new man in charge, of course. Coming up against Aston Villa. Now, what on earth are West Brom thinking sacking Bilic? Honestly, drawing 1-1 with Man City, that is a very respectable result. I mean, they're only 19th in the table, starting to gather form, doing better than I thought. But at the end, just why? Because he got you up into the Premier League, first time of asking, with a squad that is just full of bang average Championship players, you could say, and Kenneth Zohore, of course. But you didn't back him in the summer with literally next to no funds, and then you sack him because they're not doing well enough. What do you expect West Brom for? Even the West Brom fans weren't even happy about it, him getting sacked. But yeah, shocking. But they did get Big Sam in, which is a good appointment for them personally. The question is, I don't think he'll be able to do it with the squad he's got, especially if they do not back him in the winter transfer window. But he's only on a 6-month contract and he's going to leave at the end of the season anyway. So anyway, next they're coming up against an Aston Villa team, 0-0 boring versus Burnley. Nothing could happen there. Aston Villa patchy form. Burnley is starting to work their way back into it, getting good form as well, slowly rising up the table, probably going to go above Brighton and Arsenal in the next few games. But I don't know, it's calling out for a draw. Sam Allardyce will probably shore things up, so I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw here.
Yeah, I totally agree. Of course, this one's on BT Sport on Sunday at 7:15 as well. Yeah, with Sam Allardyce coming in at the helm at the Hawthorns, normally what he does when he takes over these struggling sides, the first thing he does is have a look, what players they've got, and start off with a solid base. So that means he's going to be defensively minded in this one, I should imagine.
He's sort of like a Neil Harris manager, isn't he? Where he tries his best to play with the players' strengths.
He's going to be he'd probably be pragmatic in this one and won't want to lose. He want to get off with a positive start in this one. I know he was one of the first managers as well to bring a lot of sports scientists. Okay, I know Wenger brought that in when he first came to the Premier League, but Allardyce was one of the instigators of that as well. So if we've got what's called the manager bounce, can we look at this? He's got very little time really to work with these players before Sunday's fixture, so he probably have them in, Thursday? Actually, I think he took training first on Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday.
Probably Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So he will have a little bit of time to work with these players. Villa, of course, they were top of the table at one point, weren't they? Now they find themselves in 11th position. They couldn't get past Burnley, a resolute Burnley now themselves, who have only lost once in their last 6. Villa struggling to score any sort of goals. Okay, they did have that really good victory against. Actually, this one's going to be tough. They did have a good victory against Wolves. I know that this season they've been very, very good on the road. I think they may have only lost once or twice on the road this season. So, yeah, I can't split them. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw, the same as you, Nathan. I can't split these teams. Midland Derby, the likes of Grealish, the importance of this game being in the Midlands. Okay, the Birmingham, I think, is the main derby. But, West Brom, slap bang in the middle of Birmingham. I think, is it southeast or... No, southwest of Birmingham, I think it is.
Northwest.
West Brom, northwest, yeah. I know it's in the west, isn't it?
Yeah, northwest, and then Villa's in the north. We've been to Villa, haven't we?
Yeah, been to
we've been outside Hawthorns. Yeah. We've driven past it, yeah.
And also been to the Bull Ring, of course, shopping. But, 1-1. We've both gone for 1-1 in this fixture.
Interesting. Also, Doug's going to like this. I've got a few stats for you guys. He always loves a good stat. First one. This is a record 8th club in the Premier League that Allardyce has taken over.
Yes.
If you can name all 8 of them, then I'll give you a £1. Or I'll give you a £1 coin. Quite frankly,
we'll give you an MWN point.
Yeah, doesn't mean anything, but oh well. And then the second stat is West Brom are the first team to have all 3 emergency relegation managers, you could say. Pulis, Allardyce, and Pardew. Even though Pardew did nothing, Pulis did really well, actually, surprisingly well, and then who knows what Allardyce is going to do. Anyway, comment time, yeah.
Go on then, Liam. Oh no, we're on to, where are we, George then?
Yeah.
We'll go on to Elevator Kid, I think.
2-1 Villa.
George, come on, you Ian Smith. West Brom 1-0, Villa 0.
Yeah.
Players will be up for this one and cause an upset, perhaps. Hassan has said West Brom 0, Villa 2. Interesting. Yeah, this is what... This thing about Villa, and I think Douglas is about to mention it now. Do you want to read that one out, Nathan?
Aston Villa are better away from Villa Park, even though there's been no fans in there since March. I think they will win this derby. West Brom 0, Aston Villa 2. Big Sam magic will not rub off on the game. I'm disgusted at West Brom, but we've all seen it before. We've seen it before, haven't we? Malky Mackay.
Yes.
Just to put it in there.
Liam Grayson says, all I can see here is a board draw, to be honest. 2-0-0s on the trot for Villa. Do West Brom have a new manager or an interim one? I think he's there for 6 months.
6-month contract. He's leaving at the end of it either way.
Shane O'Donnell has gone for a 2-1 away victory to Villa. Hassan has gone for, do you guys know what
Sam Allardyce's plays?
Style of play, I don't know. If he does like to play, well, when he was with Bolton, he had some great players, the likes of Djorkaeff. He had a Kocher, of course.
Anelka as well, was it?
Yeah, Anelka, Gary Speed. I think Gary Speed was there in his time. But he's had some very, very good players. But the style of play, a little bit pragmatic, likes to play sort of down the channels and get crosses in for the players. But
well, you could say technical with the amount of sports scientists and all that. Yeah, but I don't know.
It's
hard.
Old school. Hard to put your finger on that one, Hassan. Yeah. So who's up next after Hassan?
There it is.
Elevator
Kid, yes.
Gallagher to score for West Brom, former Swansea player, of course.
And Charlton as well.
But Grealish and Watkins to score 2-1 to Villa.
Keanu? Yeah, Keanu, West Brom 1, Aston Villa 2, Liam Grayson. Can't be any more boring than old Mourinho at Man United, I assume.
Harry Doherty's going for a 1-0 victory to West Brom.
Surprising, there we go.
He badly needs to get new players in that squad. His championship, that's right, Doug. Quality at best. And how they sacked Bilic after a 1-1 draw at Etihad is disgusting. But Brighton was on the wall.
Yeah.
When they sold Higazi, definitely the central defender. Was it central defender he plays? I think behind Bilic's back. And didn't back him in the summer. Brighton was on the wall, obviously. Keanu, I have to sleep. It's 1:30 and I'm in South Africa. Lovely Keanu. Lovely. Brilliant. Did you go to the World Cup back in
2010?
2012, 2010. Of course it was. I know a few people
Best
who actually,
World Cup.
Vuvuzelas and all that. I know a few people who actually went down to South Africa for that tournament. yeah, hope you're having a great time.
Yeah, because I remember actually this guy just outside of St David's in Cardiff who was blowing a vuvuzela back in the day, and then the security running over to him. And this wasn't even in the building. This was outside in the street, but they're illegal in Britain, I believe.
I think they were at the time, or in Stadia.
And in Stadia,
Stadia, but yeah, South Africa is another place I'd like to visit. I have visited Africa and I've been on safari. I would love to go to on safari in South Africa one day as well.
I've already done one of them as well.
Yeah,
Kenya, wasn't it?
Kenya, yeah. Doug saying Bolton, West Ham, Sunderland, Crystal Palace, West Brom, Newcastle United, Everton, Blackburn Rovers. Did you just Google that, Doug? Maybe, perhaps, don't know. Pierre not going to play, and Bilic sacked is a mistake. Interesting.
I agree.
Pierre, we could see a victory to Aston Villa here, particularly of their form on the road.
Yes.
Elevator Kid. I'm not a West Brom fan anyway. Rude Boy, hi Harry. Hi Rude Boy. Gallagher is excellent. Really liked him this season. Hi. Rude Boy. So let's move on to the next fixture then, Nathan.
Yes, next up we have got Burnley versus Wolves. Now, let me get rid of this and get the scores back up. And there we go. Oh, missed the other way. Where's my mouse gone? There we have it. Yes, indeed. Burnley, 1 loss in 6 now. Starting to improve. Slowly but surely getting there. And Wolves, sort of middle of the park at the moment. 10th, patchy form. Losing 2 on the bounce, but coming back last time around. 2-1 against Chelsea. That did surprise me, actually, guys, to be honest. But Wolves, I think they're going to continue their run of form. Burnley can't seem to score. They've only had 6 goals this season. Lowest in the league. I think even Aubameyang has more goals than Burnley. I think he's their second top scorer at the moment, which is ridiculous. But I don't know. It's going to be a Wolves win.
Yeah.
To be honest, I think Liam's going for a Neto hat-trick there, which is surprising me. But yeah, 2-0 Wolves. Easily should be able to get through that defence.
Yeah, Burnley have been slowly trickling along. Sean Dyche has probably got into his players after the poor start that they have had. Looking at the results recently, a clean sheet against Aston Villa, a clean sheet in that fine win against Arsenal, 2, a 1-1 draw at home against Everton. Okay, they suffered a massive defeat on the road against Man City. Good win against Crystal Palace, but I think Crystal Palace had a lot of injuries around that time, and the likes of Zaha was out. I think he had the demonetised virus at the time.
As we like to call it.
Brighton gained a 0-0 draw against them. So the actual... Prior to that, let's have a look at their home form. Okay, they have suffered defeat at home against Tottenham and Chelsea, both teams in Champions League positions. And prior to that, when they were going through a very bad patch, they lost at home against Southampton. 1 defeat in their last, as we said, 6 matches. So I'm going to actually go for... No, before we do that, let's have a look at Wolves. Okay, they did beat Chelsea. Very good win, but I'm not... Chelsea going through a bit of a stuttery period themselves. Prior to that, they lost at home against Villa, but we know how good Villa are on the road, losing against Liverpool. Although they did perform to an extent against Liverpool. They beat Arsenal, drawing against Wolves, and they did lose surprisingly away, I should imagine, against Leicester, who were better on the road. So, but I'm going to actually stick. I'm going to go for a victory to Burnley in this one. I'm going to go for a 1-0 win to the home side.
Interesting, that surprises me. Anyway, comments.
Difference of opinion. Let me just
go on then.
Let me just.
We have a lot to get through as well.
Out this. We've only got one more fixture after this, but let me just fill out. You went for it. Sorry.
Yes, I went for 2-0 to Wolves.
0-2, and I'm going for a 1-0 victory. So what will probably happen? It'll go in a draw, and we
probably get nothing either way.
So
but
what are the guys saying in the comments, Nathan?
Right. You worked it out, Doug. Wow, that is clever. Wow,
very
genius,
good.
mate.
Welcome in
Doug, Walter as well.
Walter Gonzalez. What is happening to my Chelsea guys? I hope we win this weekend. Never miss your predictions. You have a fan in Mexico. Viva Mexico.
Meant to go there this year.
We were planning to go on holiday to Mexico, Walter. I think you may have been in a chat before. I think we may have mentioned this, or I've talked to you before at some point.
Demonetised virus ruined it all for us this year.
It did indeed. But yeah, would love to have gone to Mexico this year. Shane's saying
1-1.
Liam Grayson
Neto hat-trick.
Neto hat-trick, as we mentioned.
Class player.
Elevator Kid, 1-1 Burnley Wolves. Doug, 1-1 Wolves draw written all over it. Yeah. George, come on, you Iron Smith. Burnley 0, Wolves 2. Burnley starting to look good, but I think Wolves will be too strong going forward. Yeah, they got a very good array of talent, and if the likes of Neto and what's the right winger called?
Podence.
No, Podence is good. No, on the right wing comes off the bench at all.
Adama Traore.
Traore, I don't know how that slipped my mind. Former Barcelona player, of course. My predictions video out is at midnight. Looking forward to that.
16 minutes to go, Doug.
And then it will be live. Fantastic.
Awesome. Oh, our top scorer is here as
Mahmood,
well.
welcome in. Actually, maybe knocked off the perch this week, but
we'll double check.
We will double check because Mahmood, I think, just want to get this on the screen for you, Mahmood. Sorry to rub it in a little, but scores last week, Mahmood. You are in. Where are you? You only came... Actually, you had 5 points there. Yeah, you had 5 points with one perfect score being the Liverpool victory over Chelsea. See, I have got too much time on my hands here with all of that. So the table, you are at the top. But I haven't actually worked out the points for this week. That will appear in week 15's predictions. 15. Anyway, back to the chat, Nathan.
Right. Hassan's going for 1-1. Walter's going for 2-1 to Wolves. 32-0 Liam Grayson. 3, not 32. That's what it is. All 3 Wolves goals in the second half. Yes, I will. Wait, where is it? Not week 14. Week 14. There it is.
You can see where we have to edit our videos anyway.
Yeah, definitely. Long editing process here, guys.
The dugout chuckle.
Yeah, Podence to score 31 goals and Chris Wood own goal. Yeah, Liam.
Typo, yeah.
Yeah.
Elevator Kid, chuckle.
Definitely.
Didn't Everton win 32 in pre-season? Yeah. I think they may have done, yeah.
Yeah, how many goals did, what's his name, Umar Niasse or Tosun or something?
1, 2 goals, I don't know.
Must be. Is this where you leave predictions? Comment section below, Mahmood.
Yeah, anybody who's going to be playing in the comment section, by the time this renders tomorrow, it'll probably be out
2 in the morning.
2 o'clock in the morning, or perhaps around later. About midday tomorrow. But yeah,
this video,
leave it in the comment section below.
Right on this one.
In now. Or leave the predictions when it comes out, probably tomorrow.
Yeah.
But yeah, if anybody's watching.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead, Nathan. Where were we?
Yes, so finally.
You two definitely are together.
I mean, come on, fellow Welshmen. It doesn't happen.
Maybe a jacuzzi would, but with trunks on.
Stop it.
Cringe.
No,
right,
no,
move on. So do I leave my predictions here? Not in the chat, in the comment section.
Yes,
down below.
Right down below this video. But anyway, last one, and where is he? Harry Doherty will be looking forward to this one.
Mahmood,
Chelsea, West Ham, and George as well.
Or I will wait till tomorrow. Yeah, wait till tomorrow, Mahmood. Leave them in the comment section. Sorry, Nathan.
Yeah, do it now if you want, mate.
You can do it now. Get them in there now. Dom Jones, are you a Cardiff fan?
Please say you are.
Yeah.
But yeah, Chelsea, West Ham. Where do we start? Chelsea losing last time around. It's gone out of my mind. They lost to Wolves 2-1, of course, we were just talking about. Come on, wake up. I mean, 10 minutes of midnight, come on. But yeah, Chelsea should have played much better in that one. But yeah, coming up against the West Ham side as well, 1-1 with Palace. Quite a shock there. They're going to want to turn things around. Let me get my the other screen back up very quickly. There we go. Yeah, West Ham in 8th. Good form at the moment, but slowly starting to drop off. Beating teams around them especially, which is good for them as well. And then Chelsea starting to stutter, lost their last 2 with losses to Everton and Wolves as well. But I've got to play it safe here. I fully expect Chelsea to win this one, and I'm going to go for 2-1 to Chelsea. I do think West Ham will score though.
Yeah, Chelsea surprisingly now outside the Champions League places in the 7th position. Okay, they are on 22 points, just 2 points off Leicester, who were in 4th position, losing the last 2 matches, of course, as we've already said, away against Wolves and away against Everton. So they are back on home turf against West Ham. Chelsea, let's have a look at their home form this season. Have they lost at home? They have, against Liverpool, which was on the 30th of September. apart from that, okay, they have picked up a draw at home against Southampton and Spurs. West Ham, who were looking solid defensively, in 8th position, only one defeat, Nathan, in their last 6 matches, but they have suffered defeat 4 times this season. On the road, they haven't actually lost West Ham since being beaten by Liverpool on the 31st of October, and then they did lose, surprisingly, against the Gunners way back in September. Lampard's going to want a reaction.
He's going to want something to change.
So West Ham normally pretty good, aren't they? Let's have a look. They did concede 3 goals against Manchester United. They did concede 3 goals against Tottenham. And that's about it.
Yeah,
Chelsea going forward, okay, they can hurt teams. But let's have a look at... I just want to have a look at how many goals Chelsea are scoring before I make my prediction. Yeah, they did score 3 against Brighton, 4 against Crystal Palace, 3 against Burnley, 4 against Sheffield United, and 3 against Leeds. So, yeah, I think Chelsea will score 3 goals in this match against West Ham. It's just, will West Ham get on the score sheet? I think they will. I think Haller is finding a little bit of form.
Surprising,
but fantastic bicycle kick. One of the goals of the season. Brave, athletic, a great cross from Kafal as well, Czech Republic international, who has really taken like a duck to water in the Premier League this season. So yeah, I'm going to go for a 3-1 victory to Chelsea in this one over West Ham.
Anyway, comments first of all. Hang on, what's happened here? Right, move that there.
Let's get the spreadsheet back up on the screen then, Dave.
There is the spreadsheet. Right,
okay,
comments.
Do you want to go for the comments while I fill it in?
Right then, 4-0 West Ham. Do you think we can see Lampard sacked soon? Don't think so, mate. I can't see it. I think it's too early.
Did you say West Ham?
Yes, I said 2-1 to Chelsea. Chelsea 2-1 elevator kid saying Werner, Haller and Havertz getting the goals. George Come-on-You Iron Smith saying 1-0 West Ham. Got to be confident. Bowen score a blinder.
Come on, you Irons.
Yes, indeed. We have been to outside London Stadium as well. Nice looking area, but don't know about inside the ground, to be honest.
No. Shane O'Donnell's gone for a 2-0 victory to Chelsea over West Ham. Chelsea won, West Ham 2.
Bold from Doug.
Harry Doherty 2-0 to Chelsea. Dom Jones, right. Haha, I don't support Cardiff. I'm from Llanelli. If I had to choose between the two, it would be Swansea.
Disgraceful.
Who do you support then, Dom? Are you a Scarlets fan down there?
We don't do rugby really, do we?
Not really. Now and again, they'll go to international.
Or Cardiff Blues.
Yeah, or Cardiff Blues. Liam Grayson, Chelsea 2. Neil Werner to not score again. Glad we got Jota and not Werner. Dugout agreed, Liam. Love the prediction vids though, ha. George, I have faith in the hammer as well then. Lewis, Lewis, right, can you, if you've left them in the chat, can you leave them in the comment section, Louis, I should say.
Yes, there you go, you got it.
If you can leave them in the comment section later, either tomorrow when it comes out.
Or actually you can do it now, you just got to do it below.
Yeah, just copy and paste
I'll do a demonstration on the laptop now.
Yeah, just copy and paste them into the comments. Right. There, Louis, and we'll pick them up, and I'll add them to my spreadsheet. George, come on, you Iron Smiths. Thanks, Doug. Haha, come on, you Irons. West Ham did the double over Chelsea last season, 1-0 at the Bridge and 3-2 at the London Star. Is it interesting?
Right.
Yeah, we booked. We looked great in both, Aaron, with the winner the first time
there goes
around.
Leeds. Right. I don't know whether you can see that, guys, but there is there's our video, or the stream at the moment. But yeah, you just go to the bottom and then comment as you normally would if you're able to do it. Let me double check.
Fantastic.
Are you still able
to? Do you want to leave a comment in there? Right,
West Ham not able to for some reason.
Okay.
Yeah. So that means once the stream is finished, come back onto the stream when it's re-uploaded, and then you're able to do it, guys.
But I'll check Louis' scores as well.
Either way.
Elevator here, West Side, blah blah blah. Louis, have you been to the Amex? No, we haven't. But I have actually been to Brighton a couple of times. It's a very long way. It took me when I went down, I think it was for a wedding. It took me about 5 hours to get back to South Wales. But yeah, lovely place. Okay, I know it's a stony beach down there in Brighton, but it's a lovely area all the same. And a mate of mine as well comes from Shoreham, I think it is, and he supports Arsenal, but he is a Brighton fan as well. Have you been to the... if you lose this, it's going to be bad for Chelsea. Ha ha.
Yeah.
Love the Six Nations. Ha ha. Swansea just as bad as Cardiff. No, maybe Swansea are just worse than Cardiff.
Worse than Cardiff, yeah.
Do you think Solskjaer is a terrible manager? For Cardiff, he was. He's picking up a bit now, though. Whether he's a long-term solution for Manchester United, I don't think so, no. Louis, okay, cheers. Ryan, have you been to Portman Road? No.
Ipswich. We have been to Ipswich, but we haven't been to
Portman Road. No, one day we'll go and see Cardiff play the Tractor Boys at some point.
And we'll do Norwich as well at the same time if we can. We've been to Norwich, but we've never been to Norwich, Carrot Road.
Liam saying, Abdi, all because he got 9 points in the first 3 games in the Champions League, but he couldn't get a single point they needed to last 3. Did you go to Southampton 0-0?
9-0 Leicester.
9-0 Leicester. No, but I have actually been to Southampton. Here's a fact for you guys. I haven't revealed this on the live stream, but I was at Alan Shearer's debut, his full debut, when he was 17 years of age, when Southampton beat Arsenal. I think it was something like 3-1 or 4-1, and Alan Shearer scored a hat-trick on his debut. And I was there on a junior football tour, and I saw Alan Shearer on his debut score.
Was that at the Dell in Southampton?
It was the Dell,
yeah.
Mahmood Conte. Okay, Mahmood, if you can, tomorrow when this
is re-uploaded,
can you leave your score predictions in the comment section then? Ha 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 ha. Mahmood, Burnley. Okay, yeah, fantastic, Mahmood.
Fantastic. Either way, we'll double check.
George, I'm off now. Cheers for the live. It was enjoyable. Have a good weekend. Good luck against
going to be difficult.
Yeah. Hopefully, I'm going to be live again on Saturday morning with my Super Saturday Soccer 6 predictions as well. So hopefully, Ryan, that's if we get promoted all stuck in that league.
Yeah,
but
true.
Before we go, guys, we're going to leave our nap for the weekend. Nathan,
yes,
what is
our
your
nap of the week?
What is your nap of the week?
Right then, so this week I have gone for Brighton Sheffield United. I have faith in them.
Right, okay.
Can't see Sheffield United being Brighton, so...
My nap of the week, I'm going to go for Manchester United to beat Leeds. I think Manchester United are in a very good vein of form at the moment. I think there will be goals, but that defence for Leicester, when you've got the for Leeds rather, when you've got the likes of Martial coming back to form, Rashford with his pace, and Fernandes as well going forward. I know he's not as good as he is away from home. But I fully expect Manchester United to come away with the victory in that one. So that is my nap of the week. In the chat, what are we saying? Doug is saying George, good luck versus Chelsea. Liam is saying I think we should try to predict which game week we will be the one where Sheffield United reach double digits.
Is that Sheffield or Sheffield Wednesday
United?
Or Sheffield United? Mine Sheffield Wednesday aren't fair into either. No. Both of them bottom of the Premier League and Championship respectively.
Exactly.
Very poor.
But
can they reach 10 points by Easter? I think they're going to have to be worse than Derby, to be honest.
I don't... Yeah.
Doug says Everton to beat Arsenal 2-0. Arsenal to... Arteta to lose on his return to Goodison Park. Mm-hmm. And Arsenal have a poor disciplinary record as well.
Yeah, that's right.
True.
Elevate Kids, my nap of the week is Everton versus Arsenal, believe it or not.
I was close to picking it, but I didn't want to go for the obvious. I thought that was too obvious. I had to go for Brighton.
Hassan, my nap of the week is Brighton versus Sheffield United.
Same as us.
There's a few there. Well, I'm actually going for Manchester, but you are going for Brighton. Yes, Nathan?
Yeah.
Easy to call. So, that concludes our predictions. Let me just do the usual spiel. That concludes our predictions for week 14 of the 2020-2021 Premier League season. Now, as usual, I'm going to leave a template of these predictions in the description. If you want to play along at home and continue and be in the league and climb up the league, then please leave your predictions in the comments section below. And like SG Minor this week, you could get a shout out in the next video. As usual, tomorrow evening I'm going to be picking somebody at random using the YouTube random generator. If you're interested in that, guys, yeah, I'll be doing that tomorrow evening. So I'll be randomly selecting somebody as usual on Friday evening to represent you guys, the viewers. Now, Nathan, before we go, is there anything you'd like to add?
Yeah, so to my channel, link in description below. Cardiff City versus Norwich City live stream. That'll start about 12 GMT on Saturday. Also, the match preview will be out probably late night tomorrow, I imagine. I will try my best to get it out before Doug's quiz. Make sure you're there for Doug's quiz as well, guys.
Yes,
I will have as many people there as possible if you can. 6 o'clock GMT as well.
Yeah, Doug, I'll probably be still in work at that time, but I'll try and get back at some point for.
You might even be home by 6.
Hopefully,
it depends on it depends where you are and what the traffic situation is as well, because traffic can be poor in this area. So anyway, comments. Football is nuts at the moment. I enjoy Prem games. Can be boring at times when they got 10 players in the defensive area. Yeah, like Sheffield United.
This is from Doug. Since Arthur is Arsenal manager, Arsenal have had more red cards than any other team. Interesting. Premier League. Mahmood, love the vids. Thank you, Mahmood. Thank you for commenting every week and getting involved. So I'll try to leave mine till the end of the season. Prediction. Dom Jones. The link in the description. No, the link in the description. Ooh.
I'll put it in the chat.
Yeah.
Bear with me, mate.
What's the channel? That's Doug's. Dom John's, the Dugout Football channel. Cardiff City will go up to the Premier League next season. Yeah, hopefully.
Right.
We're just going to put the
my channel in the chat, and I'll pop Doug's in as well. Bear with me, guys. Right, the top one is mine, and then I'll pop.
Actually, that's probably not going to come through, is it?
It might. No, it'll come through now. I think it's just catching up.
Liam is saying, with the way VR is going, you should do penalty of the week. Not exactly, Liam. Hassan, see you guys. Have a good night. Yeah, good night, Hassan. I'm going to have to go to bed soon. I got work early in the morning as well. Doug, predictions video is out.
Get in.
Doug, I'm going to watch that. I'll probably watch it with my breakfast because I am absolutely worn out now doing this. We've been on for over an hour, so I'll watch that with my breakfast in the morning. So
lots of editing. As you can see, lots of editing is usually used in these videos.
Exactly, yeah.
So
Arsenal get way too much cards. 7 red cards under Arteta. It looks like a lot of people have gone in the chat as well because we're down to 14 viewers. We were at 28 at one point.
Yeah, I'm going to put it. Yeah, I'll put it.
We'll just put this in now, and then we're going to have to make a move, guys. So.
This is my channel, and then I'll put Doug's in now. Yeah, it'll come up any second, guys.
Arsenal give away too many cards.
I don't know why it isn't catching up. I'll put in the link in. But yeah, you know where to go. Just type in NWM into YouTube, and then you should be there.
And the Dugout Football channel.
And the Dugout Football channel as well.
We've been on live now for coming up to an hour and a quarter. We're going to have to leave it here, guys. Fair Bay Boys, class visit. Thank you, Dom.
Thanks for joining.
Whoever you support, whether it's football, rugby, anything, hope you have a good time viewing your sport this weekend. Liam saying Arteta versus Wild race to get the sack. Exactly.
I don't think Wilder will get sacked though. Brilliant. I think he's safe.
Anyway, guys, I'm going to round it up here. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. I know it's midnight here in the UK. For the guys who have come watching in Mexico, for the guys who have come from South Africa,
New Zealand, Australia as well.
Australia, anywhere you are in the world, thank you very much for joining us. Nathan, lastly, before we go, is there anything else you'd like to add?
Well, like I just said, it's up to my channel, link in the description below. Make sure you're there for my live stream on Saturday, guys.
Fantastic. And I may be doing the Soccer 6 as well on Saturday after we get back from the hairdressers. Because it's our last chance. Until
probably for 6 weeks as well while we're in lockdown. So.
And lastly, last question of the night. Which manager do you guys think...
Oh, yeah, of course. We always do this.
Who do we think will get sacked next? Wilder, maybe.
No. Arteta. I'm going for.
Yeah, Arteta.
I don't think he'll be Wilder.
If Arsenal lose their next 3 matches, it could be a very unhappy Christmas for Mikel
and
Arteta.
Arsenal Fan TV as well.
Oh yeah, the limbs on in their studio. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you again on Saturday for another live stream on Nathan's channel and on mine. But for now, we'll bid you farewell.